This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. Oops. Bumble trying to steal my Coke. Thor is taking a nap. I have always loved the Bumble since I was a little kid. He was my favorite thing about the Rudolph show. This action figure came out, I believe, in the late 90s or the early 2000s. So cool. Let's see, is there a date on his little feet? Looks like 2000. God damn, this is a 22-year-old toy now. This is vintage now. That's insane. Me and you are vintage, Thor. Okay. So, I just wanted to show off the Bionic Vampire Ninja playlist that Thor and I have been watching for, I'd say, the past 3 weeks. Just sort of our Christmas playlist, the movies we try to watch before the big day. And we have burned through this entire stack except for one movie that's left, and we're saving that for tonight. So let me show you what we got, let's try that again. Let me show you guys what we try to watch during the Christmas season. Fuck, why was that so difficult? Okay. This is nothing to look at. A Cosmic Christmas, it came out in 1977. And I burned this off of YouTube. I can't really find an official release for this movie, but it's a Canadian cartoon that came out in 77, the same year as Star Wars, and it's science fiction based. Instead of the three wise men, it's three aliens that come down to Earth to learn the true meaning of Christmas. And I loved the look of the aliens when I was a little kid. They're very trippy looking. They're very 1970s science fiction looking. You can see the movie or the little show on YouTube. A Cosmic Christmas, 1977. If you like older cartoons, if you like older science fiction from the 70s like I do, you guys should check that out. I think it only aired once in 1977. I don't think they ever really showed it again, but it made an impression on me, and I loved it the year it came out, and I still enjoy watching it to this day. Okay, next up, this is called A Christmas Horror Story, and look at that badass version of Krampus. It's incredible practical makeup. This Krampus is an awesome looking monster. Like he's got blood all over his mouth right there. Let's see. This is a fun movie. If you guys enjoy the film Trick or Treat, the little horror anthology with Sam, the little pumpkin-headed monster, you would like this. I love this movie. It's got William fucking Shatner in it. It's a lot of fun. It's like Creepshow. It's like Trick or Treat, where it's like 5 or 6 little stories that are all interwoven together, sort of Pulp Fiction style. and it's a lot of fun. Now, I enjoy the shit out of this movie. I can't fucking stand that Krampus movie that came out. The one that's just called Krampus. Because, like I have told you guys before in the past, when I was ranting about the Predator movies, that remake of the, what was it? That newest Predator movie they made, Prey. I was going on a tangent about, oh shit. Thor's like, God damn it, Dad, do you have to get into it again? I'm afraid so, baby, because this bears repeating. Okay, if you're going to make a monster movie like that Predator film Prey, everything hinges on how the monster looks. If you make the monster look like a piece of shit, the whole film falls apart for me. That was the case with that Predator film, Prey. The monster looked like a baboon's ass turned inside out. And it's the same thing with that movie, Krampus. It's like they were afraid to make him look like the way Krampus is normally depicted, as a cloven-hooved, horned, nightmarish monster that is the antithesis of Santa Claus. Santa Claus brings things for the good kids. Krampus grabs you and spanks your ass and throws you in his little backpack to torture. In that Krampus movie, it basically just looks like Santa Claus, but with horns. Like, there's nothing really monstrous about his face. He's sort of got, it's like Santa Claus with a big open mouth and a pair of horns. But he's pretty much dressed like Santa, just sort of hunched over. And I was super disappointed in that film. And then I discovered this movie, and this is what I thought that Krampus film was going to be. This is what I wanted that movie to be. You've got an awesome looking practical effects Krampus. And it's just such a cool story. So every time somebody recommends that Krampus film to me, I'm like, oh, but have you seen this? This movie, for me, is way better. It's enjoyable. It's got William Shatner. It's got practical monsters. It's a fun time. Fuck that Krampus movie. Okay. Next up, this movie is a classic from the 70s. I don't even really have to get into it that much. It killed the Bumble. That's how good it is. It's Black Christmas. If you love horror movies, you guys have to watch Black Christmas. This is another Canadian movie that is really, really enjoyable. So good. Olivia Hussey is in it. She's gorgeous. She was the chick who played Juliet from Romeo and Juliet. It's got Keir Dullea from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Keir Dullea made 2001: A Space Odyssey. What was that? 1968, I believe. And he looks older in that film because he's got like this clean cut haircut. And this is, several years later, like 6 or 7 years later, and he looks younger in this film because he's got sort of a long 70s haircut. But he looked older, and he looked more like a grown-up in 2001: A Space Odyssey. You long-haired hippie. Anyway, this movie is awesome. It's got John Saxon in it. It's got Olivia Hussey. It's a crazed killer that's bumping people off at Christmas time. It was a holiday-themed killer movie before Halloween. And if you're a horror fan, you guys need to check out Black Christmas. It's so good. 74. Yeah, 1974. This came out. So good. Black Christmas. Another fun one. Okay, this is the Alistair Sim version of A Christmas Carol. This is my favorite version. I love this version. This is the version of A Christmas Carol that I grew up with as a little kid, so it holds a sentimental place in my heart. And I like the way they do the ghosts. Alistair Sim is, I think, the best Scrooge, and when he turns into a good guy at the end, his acting is just so good that it moves you. Like, you get happy with him, and it can make you get emotional there towards the end. At least it does for me. I love this film. It's from 1951, and I think it's the best version of A Christmas Carol ever made. So we watched this one too. Of course, we watch A Christmas Story, which is a lot of fun. I think everybody has seen this and the Adventures of Ralphie. He looks like a pink nightmare. Yeah, this is a fun movie. So we watch A Christmas Story. This is the one film left on the list that we're going to watch tonight. We haven't seen this one yet. It's a Wonderful Life. Well, Thor, you guys are just pedals. Zuzu's pedals, Thor. Well, yeah. I'm gonna smuggle out a Yeti's hand. That's another story for another time, Thor. But Jimmy Stewart was smuggling out Yeti hands. And that's actually real life. That's not. That's one of those too weird to be made up things. You guys should just Google Jimmy Stewart smuggles Yeti hand and watch what pops up. Okay, next up, this is our This is our Blu-ray of Gremlins. I love this movie. This is a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas time. It's all Christmas themed. I just did a video about Gremlin toys that I own, and so I don't have to get into it that much, but the great practical effects on the little monsters, both Gizmo and the Gremlins, look amazing. Little Mogwai, which I think I stated in that other video that Mogwai is Cantonese for demon. This is Joe Dante just firing on all cylinders. This is an awesome movie. I love me some Gremlins. Next up, I love a lot of weird cinema. I love psychotronic shows. So the next two films, I'm just going to mention them to you guys. I don't have physical copies of them. Santa Claus oh no, you know what? I take that back. I do have copies of these, but they're on those, 300 movies. Those box sets that have like 200, 300 movies on them. First off is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. We like to watch that one. And we always do a double feature with the Mexican movie Santa Claus. It's just called like Santa Claus. And it's got Santa Claus battling some devils. And that was made in the 50s. I want to say 57. I might be wrong on that date, but it's definitely 50s-ish, I think. So we always do a double feature of those two. And then we try and follow it up with these are very psychotronic. These Christmas cartoons. This is just one of those like throwaway discs that you pick up for $5, and but it's got some trippy old stuff. This version of Rudolph by Max Fleischer came out years before the Rankin and Bass stop motion one. These are all just very bizarre and very weird, especially this one. This guy looks like a masked killer. He does not look like a fat, jolly Santa Claus. If you want to watch that one, just type up A Christmas Fantasy on YouTube and you can watch that episode. It's so bizarre, but this is a good time. I love bizarre, crazy shit, and the nuttier, the better. And this is right up that alley. So you can have a triple feature of Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, the Mexican Santa Claus movie, and then follow it up with this. Okay. Speaking of Rankin and Bass, this is a box set of 7 of their movies. And just a fun time. Makes me feel like a little kid again, because I remember growing up watching all of these. Of course, I think Rudolph is the best. Santa Claus is Coming to Town is fun too. It's got some nice songs. Rudolph, I think, has the best little sing-along songs, but Santa Claus is Coming to Town has that just put one foot in front of the other. And it's got that song, and that's kind of fun. This Cricket on the Hearth is Roddy McDowall, and it's got Mr. Magoo, Little Drummer Boy, Frosty the Snowman. These are all cool. I have to watch these every year. Okay, home stretch. Edward Scissorhands. Probably my favorite Tim Burton movie of all time. 1990, Tim Burton, Johnny Depp. Tim Burton, I think, was at his creative best. He just made Batman the year before in '89. Edward Scissorhands came out in '90. You had Tim Burton. You had Johnny Depp. You had Stan Winston effects. You had Danny Elfman music. Whenever I hear that ice dance theme, my eyes always well up. This is a beautiful movie, a beautiful Christmas fairy tale. I love this movie. I love it to death. I think it's probably one of Johnny Depp's best. Actually, I'm going to say it is Johnny Depp's best acting performance. The innocence that he gives off. It's like he's channeling Charlie Chaplin and the innocence of a child or a dog that just loves you unconditionally, and just very innocent like a child. It's basically like the story of Frankenstein set in a fairy tale. It's a great little story. I love this movie. I love the music. I love everything about it. And I think this is probably Tim Burton's best film. Yeah, I love that movie. Speaking of Tim Burton, I always watch Batman Returns at Christmas time because it takes place during Christmas in the snow, and it's all Christmas based. So I watch Batman Returns, and I'm weird. If I watch one, I have to watch the other. So I basically do a double feature of both Batman films This is the original with Michael Keaton as Batman. This is my Blu-ray of it. Again, Tim Burton at his creative best. Great performances, great looking bat suit, beautiful, gorgeous music by Danny Elfman. Something I didn't grab is some years when I have enough time, I watch Die Hard. I throw Die Hard in there too. I'm one of those people that consider Die Hard a Christmas movie. I mean, it takes place during Christmas. Why wouldn't it be a Christmas movie? But that is our list of movies. So all the ones I showed you, plus the Santa Claus Conquers the Martians and the Mexican Santa Claus film. We try to watch that entire stack during like the whole month of December. And like I said, we are down to the only film we have left in this stack is It's a Wonderful Life with Zuzu's Petals. And me and Thor will watch that tonight as Santa Claus flies overhead. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I hope Santa Claus brings you everything you wanted. I hope you get to spend time with your families and your loved ones. And I just hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And I appreciate you guys stopping in and checking out all the monsters that I have to show. And I just wanted to say thanks to all the subscribers. I love talking to you guys. I think it's really, really cool. I appreciate you guys coming in and just having a place for monster kids to hang out and talk and share stuff with. So, just wanted to say thanks, guys, and have a Merry Monster Christmas. Okay, see you later. Bye.